Hey, great to have you with us today. Very short verse. It's part of a larger prayer, the Lord's Prayer. You've probably heard of it, the Our Father. Got a lot of different names. This is from Matthew chapter 6. I want to just focus on verse 11. Now, the whole prayer is pretty awesome because it reminds us God's our Father and we need Him for everything, right? From how we talk to Him, how we live our life, how we're provided for, how we forgive, how we see other people and their stuff, how we relate in terms of marriage and family and all that. It's all in there in that short little prayer. It's all in there. And this statement says, we're asking God, Lord, give us this day our daily bread. Not tomorrow's bread, not next month or next year's bread, but today. Daily bread. It's teaching me that God's going to take care of me. And maybe I need to take it one day at a time. I think there's some wisdom to that kind of 12-step thing. One day. Because that's the day you're living in, like right now. Like, know He can provide. Know He's going to take care of you. And if He took care of me today, He's going to take care of me tomorrow. And then He's going to take care of me the next day and the next day. But I don't have to live all of those days. I live them one at a time. I get through them one at a time. God is with me one day at a time. I think that's why the daily part is in there, because I can trust Him. And anything else is like a false sense of security that I got this storehouse. Because you know what happens? Have you ever bought like a ton of stuff? You go to Costco or one of those big places and you fill up a bunch of carts and you have all this stuff. And you're like, man, I'm going to have a lot of stuff. And some of that stuff will last for a long time. But sometimes you buy that giant box of something especially from the refrigerator section, and maybe you just can't physically eat all of those because maybe it's just you, or maybe you and your wife, or or you just don't eat those that much, and you have one, and then you go into the fridge or let's say the fridge, and it's like moldy, and you thought, man, I had food for a couple. At least a day, a couple weeks maybe, and now it's all rotten because, again, we lose sight. And again, I'm not saying we shouldn't buy things in bulk, but just realize that I need for today, and God gives me for today and every day. He's there. He loves me. He loves you. He gave His Son to die for us. He rose for us. He defeated death. And you know what? He's going to take care of our physical needs as well, every moment, all the time. So let's just trust in Him and know that He's got us. I'm Pastor Fred. This is The Follow Through. You have a great rest of your day, rest of your weekend, and we'll talk to you next time for another Follow Through.